Welcome everybody to the Baristaville Sports Show. Steve Tober, my backfield mate Dennis Jones. Plenty of high school excitement in the local area, including on the gridiron, Verona Glen Ridge, and also Montclair North Bergen. Dennis, the Mounties are those cardiac kids.
Well, they should be pretty excited to be up 2-0 this season, Steve. Montclair with another tough finish, but there was another great game that took place in Essex County, and it was Glen Ridge, Verona.
Yeah, at Hurl Field, the Hillbillies, the Ridgers, they went at it in 2010. Last year the Ridgers won. What would happen in their latest meeting? Pick things up 7-7 games second quarter. Gabe Senku caps an 11-play drive, 34-yard field goal to give the home team a 10-7 lead with 3:13 left in the second quarter. Then, just 45 seconds later, after a quick 3-and-out, Jerome Alexander blocks a punt in the end zone. Frank Rollo pounces on the ball for a touchdown. Special teams remain huge for the Ridgers once again. Rollo had scored a touchdown the previous week off a blocked punt. Sinku's extra point will give Glen Ridge a 17-7 lead over the Hillbillies with 2:28 left in the half. But still enough time left before intermission for Verona quarterback Matt Rosenfeld, who begins a quick and efficient drive, hitting Bobby Casslander to get things rolling. Then he finds another good wideout, Joe Costa in the left corner of the end zone. 14-yard TD completion. The Hillbilly faithful love it. They've come to see a good one. Casslander's extra point placement pulls Verona to within 3, 17-14, with 44.6 seconds showing in the second quarter. One area where Glen Ridge excelled all game long was in the rushing department. On a third quarter drive, it's Jerome Alexander here picking up a huge chunk of yards. Setting the stage for quarterback Elijah Conte, a perfect option. Rolling 12 yards, TD scamper, first points of the second half, huge here and keeping momentum with the home team. Senku's extra point gives the Ridgers a 24-14 lead, 5:23 still showing in the third. Cooper Neal tries to give Verona's ground game in gear, but the Ridgers' defensive front, which contained the Billies' ground attack all of the afternoon, is there to stop the big halfback, limiting him to 53 yards and 18 carries. The good news at this point for Verona continued to be Rosenfeld. Here completing a pass to Mike Harrington, 24-yard pass play at the final play of the third quarter, brings the Billies right back in it. Casslander's third extra point placement makes the score 24-21 as we prepare to head to the fourth quarter. A great trait of Glen Ridge, its ability to mix the pass and the run. A big play through the air on its next drive. Conti connects with big tight end Matt McMahon for a 27-yard completion down to the Verona 25. Veteran Hillbilly coach Lou Rassiopi, who does such a great job urging on his team. Meanwhile, Duke Mendez, the fine longtime Ridgers mentor, knows Verona won't go away easily. Even though Verona got the ball back, Cooper Neal on a punt play is down at his own 1-yard line with 3:38 left on the first play. Conti sneaks over for the touchdown. Glen Ridge is back to a 10-point advantage, 31-21 with 3:33 left. Glen Ridge would come away with its hard-fought victory to improve to 2-0 on the season, while the Billies fall to 1-1.
Now in our next game of the week, the Montclair Mounties travel to North Bergen to take on the Bruins and their legendary coach, Vin Ascalise. Saturday Night Lights in North Bergen, home of the Bruins, who took an early 7-0 lead on Montclair. That was until the junior from Montclair, Khalif Urban, returned this punt 65 yards for the touchdown. Montclair's extra point is good, and we're tied at 7 apiece. Urban, who at times seemed to line up everywhere for the Mountie offense, had North Bergen on their heels trying to contain the speedy back. On this play, quarterback Michael Smith connects with Urban on a quick slant, and he does the rest, with speed taking the ball just shy of the goal line. Montclair coach John Fiore sends in the signal. He calls for a strong side dive up the middle, but a fumble on the play is recovered by North Bergen deep in their own territory. First and 10 from their own 3-yard line. Bruin quarterback Pete Ramanan looks deep down the right sideline, but the pass is intercepted by Otis Wright, the senior defensive back, and the Mounties take control of the ball once again. Khalif Urban out of the Wildcat formation this time. He finds a gap and a nice cutback to elude the defense and into the end zone for a Montclair touchdown. 14-7 Mounties. Urban rushed 10 times for 93 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. North Bergen would not go quietly. Quarterback Pete Ramadan keeps this one himself, and it's a good thing because he goes 40 yards untouched to tie the game at 14-all going into the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter action, and it's Montclair with a little trickery that works to perfection. Watch Michael Smith leak out for a halfback pass to a wide-open Marquise Sally for a 70-yard touchdown strike. But when the extra point hits the upright, the score is 20-14 Montclair, still in the fourth quarter. The Bruins, however, hanging tough, only down 1 score, as Ramadan buys time and hits his receiver over the middle. North Bergen is in business with the ball at the Montclair 4-yard line. With 1:25 seconds to go in the game, Ramadan finds Christian Adorno for a 6-yard touchdown for what appears to be the go-ahead extra point. But Montclair's Ahmad Bush gets a hand on the kick, and it's blocked. And we're still tied at 20 heading into overtime. In the overtime now, Khalif Urban with the play-action bootleg, and he will not be stopped, capping off a brilliant day with this game-winning 21-yard touchdown run, sending Montclair to 2-0 in the season with a thrilling 26-20 win over North Bergen.
The Ridgers look to remain a big story in 2010, Dennis. They have Newark Central this weekend, but you talk about great games on the agenda. How about Seton Hall and Montclair at Woodman Field on Saturday afternoon? That's
going to be a fantastic game. You got talent on both sides, Steve. You got Khalif Urban, if you just talked about him. You also got Connor Wozniak on the other side. Kevin Manangai running the ball for Seton Hall Prep Pirates. And I don't think Montclair is going to forget about that 66-36 thrashing they took at the hands of the Pirates last year.
That was a single-season school record for the Pirates, and they've been around a long time. They put up a 63 spot on DePaul this past weekend. Dennis, another great game on Saturday, SEC American as well. Bloomfield at West Orange. The Mountaineers of Coach John Jacob off to a great 2-0 start.
Yes, and John Jacobs got to be pretty concerned about giving up 46 points to West Morris, but he definitely rebounded last week, only giving up 6 points to Union City. They have a great team as well. A
great defense at the Mountaineers. Anthony Angelone at linebacker, and offensively the Smiths, unrelated, Christian the quarterback, Lance the running back. They get it done for West Orange.
Absolutely. Should be a great game for both teams Saturday, 1 p.m. in West Orange. The Montclair boys soccer team evened their record at 2-2 with a 3-1 win over Newark Eastside. Montclair's Alex Patel connected for 3 goals on assists from Rafael Flores, Evan Uskatu, and Oliver Murphy. Eastside, who fell to 1-3 with the loss, received a goal from Matheus Santos on the second half of play. In girls soccer action, Glen Ridge made it 2-0 to start the season with a 6-1 win over Newark Academy. Claire Malone scored twice, and Sarah Malone added 2 assists for Glen Ridge. Daniel Lisovich added to the attack with 3 assists and a goal, while Kendra Damadaran scored the lone goal for Newark Academy. Senior quarterback Kevin Penberthy completed 7 of 10 passes for 138 yards and a touchdown to lead Bloomfield to a 28-7 victory over Belleville in Belleville. Penberthy connected with senior tight end Joe Finkler on 4 passes for 117 yards and a 5-yard touchdown pass in the fourth quarter. Senior Doug Collins led the ground attack, gaining 76 yards on 18 carries and 2 touchdowns. Bloomfield improved to 1-1 with the win, while Belleville fell to 0-2.
It was another great week in Baristaville, and Dennis Jones, whether it's football, girls soccer, boys soccer, plenty of action the rest of the way.
And what a great week it was, Steve, you're right. And we'll see you next week on the Baristaville Sports Show.